Wild boars aren't just tearing up crops anymore, they're becoming a real danger to anyone living near the outskirts of the village. Over the past 3 months, their numbers have exploded by nearly 50%. Entire fields gone overnight. Just last week, they ripped through over 10 hectares of rice like it was nothing. The villagers had no choice. It wasn't about pride or sport anymore, it was survival. They called in the hunters. Thomas and his team knew this wasn't going to be an easy night. Every hunt carried the weight of the community's safety. One mistake, one wrong move, could mean disaster for everyone. As the golden light of the afternoon faded into dusk, their truck rolled silently into the French countryside. Every man on that team was seasoned, sharp eyes, steady hands, calm nerves. They didn't come to play, they came to protect. Even without a clear idea of where the boars might strike next, the team's instincts kicked in fast. They scanned the terrain, predicting every possible escape route, then movement. Through the scope, Thomas caught sight of a massive boar. He steadied his breath, adjusted his aim, and pulled the trigger. A single shot echoed through the valley. The beast dropped instantly. That sound wasn't just a gunshot, it was a warning. The first message sent to the horde that had plagued the village for months. But there was no time to celebrate. Moments later, another target appeared, a shadow cutting through the brush. One clean shot, another boar down. These guys were surgical, like a well-oiled machine. Without them, the village wouldn't stand a chance. The team pushed deeper into the hills. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig, could be another target. They split into formation, covering angles like clockwork. Each shot was flawless. No panic, no wasted bullets. The hunt wasn't just about killing, it was control, precision, discipline. As night swallowed the sky, most people would have packed up and gone home. But Thomas's team switched gears, literally. They broke out the night vision scopes, advanced tech that cut through darkness like daylight. Every hidden shape glowed green through the lenses, and then bang, bang, bang. Sharp, confident shots cracked the silence. Boars fell one after another. The night that could have belonged to predators instead became a victory for the hunters. When the gunfire faded, the land went eerily quiet. But this wasn't over, not even close. The team pressed on, scanning, tracking, relentless. And just when they thought the hunt was done, the low thump of helicopter blades tore through the air. The next phase had begun. From above, the destruction was staggering. Fields shredded, trails carved into the earth by hooves. I gripped my rifle as we circled the chaos below. The herd was scattering, running wild. Getting a clean shot was nearly impossible. Then, in one breath, I locked in and pulled the trigger. Perfect headshot. The boar collapsed. Helicopter hunting might be costly, but from this view, there's nowhere for them to hide. The wind roared, the blades thundered, and the boars panicked, crashing into each other in blind fear. One darted from the herd, tearing across the open field. I lined up again, missed the first shot. My heart pounded. I corrected, exhaled slowly, and fired. This time it hit. The beast slid across the dirt, dust flying high. Below us, the earth shook with chaos, hundreds of hooves pounding the ground. Every second felt like war. Gunfire, engines, roaring blades. It was raw, violent, and primal. When we landed, the devastation was clear. Fields torn to ribbons, crops flattened. Jason raised his binoculars and spotted a lone boar scavenging through the wreckage hundreds of meters away. At that range, only an expert could make the shot. He didn't hesitate. One round chambered, one steady pull, boom, the target dropped, flawless execution. But the night still had surprises. From the bushes came barking dogs, then a massive boar burst out, tusks flashing under the moonlight. Jason reacted instantly, firing before it could reach us. The beast crumpled just feet away, that close, a second slower, and it might have been us lying there. Across northeastern Poland, the story was the same. Nightly battles against wild beasts tearing apart tens of hectares of farmland, causing millions in damage. The government deployed professional hunting teams. No fancy show, no TV cameras, just grit, gunfire, and determination. Nick's team was one of them. As dawn broke, they spread out across a massive field, scanning every sign of movement. Before long, they spotted a huge boar. Gunfire erupted. The air filled with tension. Just when it looked over, the beast charged at James. Split-second reaction. Boom. The shot stopped it cold, saving James by inches. No time to rest. The hounds picked up another scent. Nick sprinted after them, sweat dripping, heart pounding. Another boar appeared. Shots fired in rapid succession. The grass was soon littered with fallen bodies. One field reclaimed. Out west, James chased another boar in his vehicle, the animal zigzagging, like it knew every trick in the book. But James wasn't about to lose. He accelerated, lined up perfectly, and nailed it. Another victory. By nightfall, the team regrouped. They geared up with fresh ammo and night scopes. At 6 p.m., they set up ambushes. Within minutes, a group of hogs wandered straight into their crosshairs. Gunfire cracked the silence. Every shot precise. When the dust settled, the ground was still, and the field finally safe. But these hunters weren't just lucky. They were disciplined, relentless, and backed by cutting-edge tech. Binoculars that could pierce the dark, motion sensors, GPS tracking. Every move was coordinated. Every shot meant something. Meanwhile, in Turkey, Nick's team was already on another mission. 15 minutes into their stakeout, they spotted movement. A herd creeping across the hillside. A single gunshot exploded through the valley, and chaos followed. One boar fell instantly, while the others fled in panic. But you can't outrun determination. Using trackers, Nick's crew closed in fast. Down by the slope, a massive boar appeared, surrounded by dogs. One clean shot, done. Another threat neutralized. At the same time, over in Spain, Jack's team waited in the thick bushes. Suddenly, a boar burst out of nowhere. Jack didn't even blink. He raised his rifle and fired. Perfect reflex. That one move probably saved his life.